My name's Dina, and as she said, I'm with Baby Center. I run the social media, all the social media for Baby Center, the social media strategy for Baby Center, and the blog. And I'm just going to very quickly do all of these at once. I wanted to give you context about Baby Center because we're going to go through a lot of stats, and I want you to understand how large we are and how many moms that we do get information from, so you understand where the stats come from. We are the leading pregnancy and parenting site globally. We reach 41 million moms in 14 markets and 11 languages. We have a high concentration of pregnant and new moms in the United States. Mobile is, I'm not even going to hide it, 70% of our traffic now comes from mobile. This is hugely important for you guys to understand that. Everything is mobile, and my last slide will tell you that. I love this bottom thing the most here. Sure, we're large, but we are also the most trusted, most shared, and most loved. These numbers did not come from us. These were from a third party that did a study on all of the pregnancy and parenting sites. And those of you who have children and have been on Baby Center understand that, you know, our mission is really to be a friend to mom, and we are. So all of that to say that when we do our research studies, and there are a lot of them, if you do reach the mom market, go to babycentersolutions.com. There are 15 studies that will help you, but 83% of new moms are millennials. This works out to be about 8 in 10 new moms right now, about 80 million. These are moms that the average age is around 25 as far as when they became a new mom, and they were born in the mid-80s. They spend about 1.3 trillion right now, so this is why you're hearing the word millennial mom a lot, because people want to understand this. Also, you have to excuse me, I get loaded down with so many statistics when they send me out that I just don't want to forget, so I do have some little notes here. This group is very interesting in a lot of ways. They're a generation of extremes, right? They care very much about technology, completely tech fluent, and they also care about the environment and their health. They are, underemployed but entrepreneurial. The millennial moms are also, they're highly educated, but they're very much in debt. This goes for all millennials. In fact, this morning I was looking on the cab, the stories that come up on the cab, and it said 24% of millennials, not millennial moms, but all millennials, expect debt assistance from the government. That's interesting. We can chew on that for a minute. And then also, the very next story that came across said that millennials are going to be the key to us solving our problems in North Korea. So there's a whole lot hinging on this group now. We are not going to solve that problem today, I promise you. But I am going to give you 4 recommendations for little tweaks on campaigns, things that you need to think about to reach the millennials, or rather not turn them off. The first one is reflect her reality. 2 in 5 births today are to unmarried women. This could be because of divorce. It could be because people aren't getting married at the same rate anymore. It also is, there are a lot of women out there who are not waiting. They're saying, I want to have a child. I'm not waiting for a perfect man or woman to come along. I'm doing it now. So this has completely changed what family is. I don't think anyone in this room who is around pop culture for 5 seconds could not understand this. Family is 2 moms, 2 dads, neighbors, anyone. Your village is your family. And so that needs to be reflected in the communications. The other thing is that only millennials are 40% less likely to identify as Caucasian. Everything that I'm saying is versus Gen X. And 1 in 4 births in the United States right now is to a US Hispanic mom. So this is not minority anywhere. This is something that if you're using a photo in your marketing strategy or in your marketing programs that has a mom and dad and 2.5 kids sitting at the table, you're not speaking to the people who are spending the money right now. They don't understand that mentality. So one of the things I'm going to use, we work with a lot of big clients, from the Targets, Pampers, all of the biggest people trying to reach moms in the world, and I'm going to use a few examples throughout here of things that we're doing with our big clients to help really get at this message. So this is the campaign we did for Pampers. It actually the next 2 ran on the blog. There's simple blog posts that are getting out different ideas our moms want to understand, but I cannot remember an RFP or a plan that I've gotten in the last 2 years from a large brand that didn't say that we needed to have US and Spanish language campaigns. It is equal. Now we have to supply both. Luckily, we do have 2 blogs, and we even have a blog that was created in the middle that's a Spanglish blog that really mixes the US English and Spanish together. And now advertisers are asking us for the third option. We do not translate. Everything is localized by market. So this is not the same post as you're seeing over there. Basically, there are different things that we have to do for Hispanic, and so we localize everything. Same example we did for Target. This is sort of a what's in your diaper bag type of a campaign, and we use all different ethnicities, and we make sure that we're doing the post not only on our US blog, but on our Spanish blog and our Spanglish blog too. And this is becoming a bare minimum requirement from the largest advertisers. The next tip I'm going to give you is be authentic. We've been hearing this since social media came on the scene, but I'm telling you, I spend half of my day advising marketers. They'll send us copy for something and say, is this something that is this authentic? And the first thing I do is I erase all the trademarks, all the circle R's, I get rid of all the buzzwords, and there's nothing left. And then I'll write back to them and say, please just tell me what you're trying to say. They'll say it, we'll write it, and it's right. It's so much easier than people make it out to be. It's how you speak. If you're doing anything in social media, just try to really remember that, because this be authentic isn't quite where it needs to be right now, I believe, with marketers. The important thing, hold on one second. The reason why this is important is millennial moms, they definitely identify with whole companies, not just campaigns. 58% say it's important for brands to understand what matters to them as a parent. It's not just important that they sell the product that they like, they need to have the brand understand them. That's 32% higher than Gen X, by the way, so that's material. She's looking for solutions that fit her life, value, products that are proven to be safe for children. Remember earlier I said they care about the environment. They care very much about health and toxic products and all of that stuff. This is the generation that really looks at that. Obviously, products that simplify her life, that match the lifestyle and personality, and then natural and wholesome ingredients. You're going to see this all over the place in the coming years. And then this, I'm not going to go through each one, but this is just blue is millennial and green is Gen X. So she's over-indexing for all of the different areas. As far as important characteristics for brands. I'll get into some of these a little more in a minute. Now, we just talked about toxins and all of those things in the environment. Well, she also likes to have fun, so you can't forget that. This is not a serious generation. We did this campaign with Fisher-Price this year, and basically they came to us and they wanted us to do something that really was millennial, in that it's completely digital, it's completely social, everything about it is something that was fun. So we put up an app where you can go and drag crowns and things onto your children and share them in social media. That may or may not be my daughter. The real Princess Kate, yes. It was all throughout that, but Adweek actually wrote it up, and I'll read the quote. It says, this is targeted toward millennial moms, which make up 80% of today's first-time moms. We know 90% of millennials are highly digital, so this campaign will be 100% digital with added emphasis on mobile and social. So they didn't buy anything outside of digital for this campaign because they really wanted to reach her around the first birthday of the prince. So I just left this in here so everyone can see it's not, you don't have to be always serious and about issues. You can have a lot of fun with this group too, and they will play along. But no marketing speak aloud. So use social to bridge the brand to mom and mom to mom connection. So this is where a lot of the good purchase data comes in. So 58% 59% of millennial moms purchase as a result of a recommendation from another mom on a parenting site. This is not just our site, it's any site. This is, let me read this one. Posts from another mom are 55% more influential than posts from another brand. So that kind of puts marketers in a bad spot, right? You know that you have to get your products out there, but you need someone else to put it out there in order for it to be as influential as you want it to be. Now, I was thinking about this, and I think the role of a retailer, marketer, manufacturer is to make it easy for a mom to buy and research and find the products. But when it comes to recommendations, what you really need to do is enable your audience to share. So, for instance, we do something every year. You see a lot of awards that are given every year for products. We decided to do a different twist on it and actually poll our moms for what their favorite products are. Because we all have we're all in different stages as editors and everything. So we poll the moms, and then the moms choose what the favorite products are. And we partner with Target every year, and there's a whole line of products called Baby Center Moms Picks. And you will start to see them in the stores soon and have things on there, because we know that we want to say that our moms like it, not us, because that holds more weight. The other thing is that when moms are talking about their different purchase criteria, like why they made a purchase, the top thing that they tell us is that there's a discount, usually associated with it in some way. A friend told them that the product was good. Or this is interesting, 1 in 3 say they bought it because they saw it on Pinterest. So Pinterest there's a lot of stories about Pinterest right now, and it's very powerful. I yesterday typed in baby coupons, and the infinite scroll is infinite on this. So they're coming here even to find out discounts and coupons. They're coming here and typing in things. And some of these have 5,000, likes, or 5,000 repins rather. So you really need to be looking at all of the different arenas and enabling your fans to, giving them images and things like that they can then share out. And making your site, definitely making all of your sites like Pinterest enabled so that people can pin images from your site. I think that was the last thing. We say this a lot. A brand isn't what you tell a mom you are, it's what a friend tells her you are. So just always keep that in mind. So poll a lot of moms or call us and we'll tell you what they think. And finally, mobilize your message. Everyone knows that mobile is huge. 9 in 10 millennial moms have a smartphone. They are increasingly dependent on it, and they spend about 2 hours a day on it at a bare minimum, and that's 30 minutes more than Gen X. There's just endless dependency for this, and we'll continue to look at this year after year after year to try and drive that home. But the interesting thing about millennial versus Gen X is that they're much more comfortable buying things with their phone. So 44% have purchased something via their smartphone in the past week. So they also are they don't care what it is, meaning they'll buy diapers, they'll buy shampoo, or they'll buy furniture or a TV. It doesn't really matter. There's no small or big items. They buy everything via their phone. Everything is mobile, and mobile is everything. I'll talk about it from a mom's perspective and then a marketer's perspective. She's doing everything here. And of course, the blue is millennial, and she's over-indexing for all of it, from watching movies to using social media. But what this means, it does drive me a little bit crazy when people ask us for a mobile campaign. This kind of goes along with the last presentation, because every single thing we do is mobile. Like I said, 70% of our traffic is coming from mobile. So if I write a blog post today, it's going to be consumed in mobile. And if we do a contest, a photo contest on Facebook, it needs to be that the mom can enter on mobile using her phone. We have a unique audience that's up all night, right? They're feeding babies, they're doing all sorts of things, and so we continue to market to them through the evening and do fun stuff for them. But we have to always remember it's mobile first. We made that switch about 5 or 6 years ago where the light bulb went on, and we said we need to reverse everything because this is coming, and it did, and it will continue to grow. Those are the main things that I wanted to get across. I don't know, Hope, if I got you back on schedule here, if you have time for questions.
Oh, questions, yes.
But they're a complicated group, but they do hold a lot of influence, and I think that over the next few years we're going to have some fun with them. So, does anyone have any questions?
You mentioned this 44% of millennial moms purchasing on mobile devices, just the general comfort level that they have with it. Are you noticing anything in terms of apps versus website, in terms of where some of those trends are most prevalent?
We look at that a lot, and what we hear from moms are that they'll download a lot of apps and then they'll delete them.
Okay.
But if you get I will give you my card, or I'll get yours after, because I know we have about 5 slides on that, just so everyone knows this presentation is probably 150 slides long. So each one of these points, I can send you the deck for it. We can do a presentation if anyone wants to go deeper into any of the points. So, any other questions? Great. And that's us then. Okay.